What's up guys, I'm Beer.
And I'm Matt.
And this is Sounds Like with Andertons TV. So, who are we sounding like?
Today we're going to try and sound like Joe Satriani on a budget.
Joe Satriani.
That's the guy.
That's the guy. He's a great guitar player. Most well known for his virtuoso skills. Did the G3 concerts. Released countless albums. The other concept behind Sounds Like is that we choose a couple of tracks where we try and replicate that tone.
Yeah, exactly. So for Joe Satriani, I think we're thinking of Surfing with the Alien.
Yeah.
And Friends, I think we're going for.
Big tunes.
It might require a few pedals.
A few pedals. Well, we're in the right place to do that.
We are.
So let's go. So, what's first? I would probably say let's get a guitar. So, let's go and find a guitar.
Let's go. What kind of thing are you thinking then for guitar?
Well, I believe that Joe Satriani has a signature model Ibanez. And I'm pretty sure you can get a more affordable version of the JS 1000. We found the Ibanez wall, which is all...
There's quite a few. It's really nice.
This is a 30 fret guitar. Check this out. Like, if you ever wanted to get to your upper access, look at that.
That's insane. That's a pretty mammoth spike.
It is. Could you imagine if you accidentally fell?
Have they got a signature here?
Yeah, I was just looking out the corner of my eye. This is one of the new ones. This is the JS 2000. Well, this is the JS 2410 MCO. They're just an extended cutaway, which is a bit different to the last one. Single coil, both Damasio, push pull, and a nice, I think it's a low pro trem. And yeah, I mean they're great. I mean, unfortunately, at £1,779, this might be a bit of a stretch.
I think that might be blowing our budget all in one go.
This is the sort of more affordable version of the Joe Satriani signature. Quite like the colour, to be fair, because it's just white.
Oh, pearly white. Yeah.
But this is £609.
Oh,
so
perfect.
It's considerably more affordable than the sort of top-end signature one. I reckon, to be honest, I think it's probably a good thing.
Probably a good shout.
Yeah.
Fits the budget.
I mean, why not? You know, 600 quid.
Can't go wrong.
You can sound pretty close to Satch. At the end of the day, it's in the fingers and his incredibly huge amp and pedal rig, so at least get something that's quite similar to that. So let's try it out. Okay, so we've got the JS 140. That's probably the guitar we're going to use to sound like Joe Satriani. But let's try and find an amplifier that's going to do the job. Okay. I'm thinking Marshall, because he was a huge Marshall endorsee for a long time. Okay. So let's go see what we've got. Oh my god, it's hand bolting. Can we stretch as far as the JCM 800 2203 valve head?
How much are we looking?
1,500 quid.
Let's say no.
Oh. So it's a DSL 15 combo, 449, but I reckon 15 watt and the speaker in it looks like it'd be quite a boxy sound, which we need something a bit fuller for Satch. So the DSL 40.
That could be better.
It's 539. You got 2 channels, presence and resonance, 2 different types of reverb, 2 different types of gain as well, which is quite cool. So, I don't know, 539 quid.
What's that all in?
You've got a 600 quid Ibanez plus
11. It's like 11.50.
Yeah, so we've still got a few hundred quid to play with on pedals. Okay. DSL 40 combo. There's an on chorus right there. Yeah. No brainer. But the carbon copy is a great delay. Because you've got the modulation effect with it as well. Should we just go standard Crybaby?
Well,
$69.99.
Here's £70, that sounds good.
So standard Crybaby, analog chorus, analog delay. We need a compressor. Oh, here we go, okay. CS3, I reckon it's probably a good bet. And to be honest, they're pretty affordable as well. So I reckon we need an EQ pedal. Okay. Just because if we compress everything, you might find the lows get a little flubby, so the low strings might feel a little bit, they don't cut through as well. And there's a Boss G7 here for £59, which is the same as the CS3. So if we just get both those two and use them as a little bit of a thickener, it's probably a good idea.
So looking about just roughly about 400 quid in pedals there.
Yeah.
Which takes us to about 1550.
Okay.
Around that mark, which sounds pretty good.
Yeah, there you go. All right.
That's a bit of a loose math.
Okay, well let's work it out. We're here.
We are here.
We are. We ran all the way.
We did.
We did. I'm tired. Matt's not because he's much fitter than I am.
Yeah, I'm a little whippet.
Yeah, we've got the Joe Satriani rig as best we can.
We have.
For a reasonably affordable price, I'd say.
Yeah, this one's a little more complex, I'd say, than some of the others we've done recently.
That's because of the nature of the tune that we sort of decided to try and sound like, I guess.
Well, it's a very specific tone, and he is a bit of a virtuoso kind of guy.
Yeah.
So he's all about lost tone.
Lost tonos. I suppose amps-wise, we thought the first place to start would be a DSL 40 combo, and then we're using the Ibanez, and this is the, I believe this is the, yeah, it's the JS 140. So this is the more sort of the budget model.
But still a budget kind of based on his signature.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah. But on the ground, as you could probably see in the B cam here, we've got quite an array of pedals. We've got a bit of Boss, bit of MXR, and a wah. So from right to left, carbon copy analog delay. And then we've got the analog chorus to complement the analog delay, keeping it analogs. And then that goes, so the MXR carbon copy's in the loop, but then in front of the amp, the chorus is the first thing in the signal chain.
Yep.
And then we've got the Crybaby wah, which is just your sort of bog standard wah.
Yep.
And then we move across to the Boss CS3, which is a compression sustainer.
What does that do?
Well, it's essentially it compresses and sustains things. We've got the attack on full, so that it acts really quickly to whatever notes you play. And then, to be honest, tone level are at 12 o'clock, and the sustain is just about 2 o'clock. And then last in the signal chain is a Boss GE7, which is just an EQ. And all I've done there is I've just boosted some of the mid-range and a little bit of the high mid-range just to pick out some of the nuances in the guitar, because actually the compressor sustainer tends to dull.
I flatten it a little.
Yeah, it dulls out the lower strings, so that's what the EQ does. We put the chorus before the wah because I tried it the other way around, and what it was doing was when you were pulling the wah back, it was almost sucking all the signal out, and it sounded more like almost like a volume pedal.
Yep.
So we put the chorus first so that it's actually a little bit of a stronger signal, and it's an affected signal that we're wiring.
Yep.
And that tended to lend itself to that synthy kind of tone.
It's a lovely guitar.
Just before we carry on, the neck pickup is beautiful. Oh, yeah. I love that. Let's start. We'll move through the signal chain one at a time. So I guess carbon copy first.
Do you want me to do the clicky honours?
The clicky honours.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want.
Or you can do it with your foot.
Yeah, I could just do it with my foot. I suppose that's why they're designed to,
yeah,
you know, be pressed with your
feet
feet.
in mind.
Analog chorus.
Yeah, that adds quite a lot, doesn't it?
That definitely gets us into the realms of synth.
Yeah, definitely.
So next up, compression sustainer. Before I carry on, one thing that you might have noticed then is it definitely pulls quite a lot of the definition out of the lower strings. If I play again.
Is that intentional?
Yes, because what it allows is more sustain, which is something you won't get without it, because it's compressing everything. But the other cool thing is that's why we've put the GE7 in the last bit, because what I'll do now is I'll hit the compressor on, then I'll hit the EQ, and it should hopefully compensate for some of the loss of definition in the lower strings. So, all together, we should have Surfing with the Alien Tone or thereabouts, shouldn't we?
I think so.
Here we go. I'd say that's pretty close.
Yeah, the wah. It's the wah and chorus. I think was really like making, getting really close there.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you could say, oh well, you're using the signature model, Ibanez guitar, but to be honest, guitars, you can get quite a few different tones out of the woods, and the pickups do help, but Satch sounds like Satch because it's him with his fingers and his like years of messing around with pedals. And did you know that most of his tone comes from his pedal board, not from his amplifier?
I would guess that, but I did not know that.
So that's our Surfing with the Alien tone. Let me do it one more time for y'all.
Nice.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Do you know what, as well? Like, I was doing the dime bag technique for the dime squeal, but Joe Satriani does it with this. He goes like this. Like that. He does it that way around, which is really cool.
That looks harder.
It is harder.
Yeah.
You have to be more precise with whereabouts you hit the harmonic. But, there you go. That's the Surfing with the Alien tone. So now, to be honest, the Extremist Friends tone is a little bit easier because it is just straight up nice bit of distortion.
Yeah.
With a bit of delay.
That's a lovely rhythm sound.
Yeah, isn't it?
Yeah, the chords are great.
Yeah, it really sings.
Yeah.
And that's something I noticed about Satch's guitar. Well, particularly this one is very bright, just on its own. It's very bright.
Yeah, we've all played in the bridge pickup though.
Yeah. And we've actually rolled the tone off on the amp quite a bit.
Yeah.
And the presence. So it's a very bright guitar, but again, Satch isn't about straight up guitar into amplifier. He does do a lot to his tone to get it where it is, but all the better for it, I'd say.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think we did a pretty good job.
Yeah, I think that's really super close.
Yeah.
And on a budget, as we said, all coming in around 1,500 quid.
If you've got any questions, or if you want to, why?
I don't know. If you got any questions.
I think if there's anything that you want to ask or you want to comment on, if you think we did a good job, or if we got close or anything like that, then please do so in the comment section below. But yeah, all available at Andertons. Yeah. And yeah, thanks for watching us. This is Sounds Like at Andertons TV.
I've been Matt.
And I've been Rabea.
Thank you very much.